Good afternoon. This is Victor Jimenez with Sewerline Check Professionals. I'm here at 10326 Weddington Street in North Hollywood, and I'm in the process of performing a video examination of the main sewer line from Mann and Matthews. The main sewer line is a portion of the waste drainage piping which is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping which are underneath or interior to the structure. Today's video examination does not focus on the building drain line system, so further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system. A licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. Alright, so I've accessed the line today from a 4-inch main sewer line cleanout located at the back right corner of the structure. Now the way that the main sewer line runs, it exits the building on this back right corner, and it basically runs parallel to the right side of the building and then out to connect to public sewer following along this right side of the property. So it's in a pretty straight run. Now what we've done is we've pushed 51 feet from the access point we started from today, and what we're looking at here is a section of pipe that's actually in the front yard. Now when I was pushing out, I was only able to get a few feet past this point, but I started the video from here and I'll explain why. Essentially what we're looking at up ahead is we're at the bottom of a pretty steep drop in the section of pipe that we're in. And what's happening at the bottom of this drop is that the pipe is backed up. It's clogged with some roots, and that's why we're not able to get a few feet forward of this. You can't see much visually, so I pulled back here just to give you an idea. This pipe that we're looking at up ahead, that pipe is full of water, now underwater, and the line is not draining. Now there's several causes for that. It could be a broken pipe. It could be that the roots have just infested the pipe enough that it's blocking the flow and debris essentially jammed the line. But essentially what needs to be done at this point is that a hydrojet cleaning needs to be performed. The hydrojetting will essentially remove all of the debris and all of the roots that are in the system currently, and it'll allow us to have a clean view of the line. It will also free the line of the debris and the roots to allow the line to actually flow out, but it will also give us an indication of if there's a broken line or if there's just roots that have been allowed to grow to the point of actually blocking the pipe. So just seeing that the line's backed up at this point doesn't immediately indicate that there's something broken and needs to be repaired, but there is a cleaning that is definitely in order and needs to be performed in order to drain the line properly. Now I placed 2 pink marker flags in the front yard. I showed those to both the client as well as the buyer's agent. The reason for those is it shows 2 different points of the pipe. The first, the flag that is closest to the street is where we're at in the pipe right now, and that shows we're at a depth of about 5.5 feet deep, right where the blockage, essentially where the line's backing up to. Now, the section of pipe material we're in right now is a pipe known as vitrified clay. Vitrified clay is a very common material for main sewer lines, but it has a long service life expectancy, but it also is more susceptible to damage during earthquakes and seismic activity due to it being a little bit more of a brittle material. It also has a tendency to allow roots in at the joint areas, which is what we're seeing here, and also what we saw up ahead a few feet. So the second pink marker flag in the front yard denotes this location. This is at about 4.5 feet deep, and this is where the roots essentially have gotten to the point right before the drop, so I wanted to show both of those locations. So pulling away from that, we're still in this section of vitrified clay, although you can see this section of pipe is much cleaner. We don't have the roots breaking into the system. We do still have a little bit of roots at the joint areas there, but nothing too significant. Now, essentially what we're doing is we're running along the right side of the property, and we're going to be coming from the right corner of the front right corner of the structure here in a minute. So there at 34 feet we have that vitrified clay. Now this section here is a black ABS plastic. Plastic material is also very common for main sewer lines, and it's a little bit more of a superior material to the vitrified clay. Reason being that the ABS plastic is intended to be impervious to root intrusion. It also has a smooth inner surface, so it tends to wash out a little bit more easily. And it also has an extremely long service life expectancy. A little bit of water that we saw up there is an occurrence which essentially happens because you have a bellying of the pipe, or there's basically a slight misslope. So what happens is the section of the pipe catches a little bit of water at all times. In a plastic pipe, and to the degree that which we saw it, it's not too much of a concern because of the fact that the roots aren't going to be getting into the system, and you also don't have the issue with decay, other materials can actually wear away and corrode inside the pipe, but you don't really have that with the plastic line. And we're actually going to be pulling out here of the cleanout that we started from today, and I'll show you where our access point is and try to give you an idea of what's going on or where the different situations are going on the line. So here, that opening, that pipe opening there, that's the main sewer line cleanout. You can see here we're in the back right corner of the structure. Just behind this wall here, you can see, so the line essentially is traveling along that right side towards close to where that gentleman's standing. That's where the line's running out to. So pretty much at this time, what my recommendations are going to be is to get the line hydrojetted. That will remove the debris that we currently have in the line and stop the blockage that's currently going on. And then we're going to be going ahead and doing a follow-up inspection. This is going to allow us to see if there's any actual break in the pipe and what kind of repair recommendations we'll be having to do after that's been done. So with that, I'm going to be wrapping up the video portion of the examination for today. Once again, this is Victor Jimenez with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.